The morning sun filters through the ancient oaks, casting long, golden shadows across the quiet, damp forest floor.
Far from the noise of the city, I step into a deep, hidden hollow where air is still. Today, I am not just a visitor. I am here to build a home from the earth itself.
This is the art of bushcraft, where survival meets the peaceful, steady rhythm of the vast natural world. First, I scan the hollow for the perfect foundation, looking for a spot sheltered from the biting wind.
I find a natural depression against a moss-covered rock wall, the ideal anchor for my cozy, hidden shelter.
The ground is covered in damp leaves, and I begin by clearing the site with a handmade wooden rake.
Every branch and stone removed brings me closer to the raw, brown earth that will support me now.
I find 4 sturdy fallen logs to serve as the main corner posts for the entire timber structure.
Using a sharpened stone axe, I notch the wood, feeling the satisfying vibration of every single heavy strike. The scent of fresh pine and damp earth fills the air as the skeleton of the shelter starts. I drive the posts deep into the soft soil, ensuring they can withstand the weight of the coming night.
Now I begin the hunt for the ridgepole, a long, straight branch that spans my entire home. I lift the heavy timber into place, securing it with natural cordage made from twisted, wet willow bark.
The frame is strong, a simple A-frame design that mimics the triangular shapes of the ancient forest. For the walls, I gather hundreds of thin, flexible saplings to weave between the main vertical corner posts.
This weaving technique creates a wattle wall, a primitive method used by our ancestors for many long centuries. My hands are stained with sap and dirt, a badge of honor in the world of survival.
Next comes the most important part, the insulation to keep the warmth inside the deep earth hollow. I gather armfuls of dry, golden ferns and pile them thick against the exterior wattle shelter walls.
On top of the ferns, I layer heavy sheets of bark stripped from a fallen birch tree.
The bark acts as a natural waterproof shingle, shedding the mountain rain away from my sleeping space.
I spend hours packing damp clay and mud into the gaps of the walls to block drafts. The shelter is starting to blend into the landscape, looking like a natural part of the hollow.
Now I move inside to create a raised bed, protecting myself from the cold, damp forest ground.
I weave a lattice of flexible branches and cover it with a thick mattress of soft moss. Outside, the sky begins to turn a deep indigo, signaling that the light is fading very fast.
I must prepare a fire pit, the heart of any true, functional, and warm, primitive survival shelter.
I circle a small patch of earth with heavy river stones to contain the dancing, bright flames.
Using a ferro rod and a handful of dry birch bark, I strike a shower of sparks.
A tiny curl of smoke rises, followed by a bright, flickering flame that pushes back the shadows.
The crackle of the wood is the only music I need in this deep, silent forest hollow.
I hang a small iron pot over the fire, filled with fresh water collected from a spring.
As the water boils, I add some wild pine needles for a warm, vitamin-rich, natural forest tea. The warmth from the fire begins to radiate into the shelter, turning it into a cozy sanctuary. I take a moment to sit on the mossy floor, watching sparks fly up toward the canopy. There is a deep sense of satisfaction in building something with your own 2 hands right now. The owls begin their nightly chorus, their hoots echoing through the trees around my primitive campsite.
Inside the shelter, I light a small candle made of rendered fat and a simple cotton wick.
The soft glow illuminates the wooden textures and the earthy, rich smell of my brand new home. I prepare a simple meal of roasted roots and smoked fish, the true flavors of the wild. Every single bite feels like a reward for the hard, physical labor of the long mountain afternoon.
The temperature drops outside, but inside my bark-covered walls, it is warm and perfectly still.
I roll out my wool blanket onto the moss bed, feeling the softness of the floor. Through the small entrance, I can see the stars twinkling like diamonds through the dark forest branches.
This hollow has provided everything I need: wood, fresh water, and complete peace of my own mind.
Bushcraft is not about fighting nature. It is about learning to live within its own warm embrace. The fire dies down to a bed of glowing red coals, casting long shadows on the walls. I feel a connection to the primitive past, a time when humans were part of the wild. Sleep comes easily when you are surrounded by the gentle sounds of the forest at dark night. Morning arrives with the song of the wood thrush and the smell of damp, fresh pine needles.
I step out of my hollow shelter, feeling refreshed and grounded in the vast, natural world today.
The fire is easily rekindled with a few dry twigs and a gentle, steady breath of air.
I spend the morning reinforcing the roof with another layer of cedar boughs for extra shelter protection.
Each branch is carefully placed to ensure the rain runs off smoothly and away from the bed.
I carve a small wooden latch for the door, a final touch of craftsmanship for my home.
This project has taught me that true comfort does not require electricity or complex modern building machines.
All it takes is patience, a few simple tools, and a deep respect for the ancient land.
I look back at the shelter, now almost invisible against the backdrop of the rocky, green mountain.
It is a hidden gem in the heart of the forest, a secret place just for me. I gather my tools and pack my bag, but I leave the structure standing for future journeys.
The hollow will keep my secret safe until I return to build and learn once more soon.
Nature is the best teacher if you are willing to listen to the lessons it provides today.
As I hike back out of the hollow, I feel a sense of strength I never had.
Survival is a skill, but bushcraft is a way of life that nourishes the human weary soul.
Thank you for joining me on this journey deep into the heart of the ancient forest woods.
If you felt the peace of the forest today, please like this video and share your thoughts. Building these shelters is my passion, and I love sharing the entire process with all of you.
Do not forget to subscribe to Animal Angels Hub for more survival and natural world forest stories.
Comment below if you would like to see a winter version of this cozy mountain hollow shelter.
Your support helps me continue exploring the wild and bringing these unique builds to life every week.
Remember, the forest is always waiting for those who seek its deep and ancient mountain wisdom now.
Until next time, stay wild and keep building your own path in this vast, natural world today.
The sun is high now, and a new adventure is already calling from the next mountain ridge. Farewell from the hollow, where the trees stand tall and the secrets run very deep indeed now. Examining the thermal properties of earth-sheltered structures reveals the incredible efficiency of primitive, natural building materials today.
The sedimentary rock wall provides a massive heat sink, regulating the interior temperature throughout the changing seasons.
Birch bark contains natural oils that repel water, ensuring the structural integrity remains intact during heavy rainfall.
Thermal imaging confirms that the fern and mud layers prevent significant heat loss through the shelter walls.
Willow bark fibers offer high tensile strength, providing the necessary flexible tension for this primitive A-frame joint.
Sourcing materials within a 50-meter radius minimizes the environmental impact and ensures local architectural harmony always remains. The ridgepole distributes the weight evenly across the corner posts, creating a stable and durable geometric form. Adding organic fibers to the clay mixture prevents cracking during the drying process, enhancing the wall durability.
Proper ventilation is essential for fire safety, allowing smoke to escape while retaining the necessary interior heat.
The stone axe remains a primary tool for primitive architecture, capable of felling and shaping large timbers.
Monitoring the sun path allows for optimal placement of the entrance to maximize natural light during winter.
Unlike modern synthetic materials, natural building components eventually decompose and return to the earth without any waste.
Moss provides a soft, breathable, and antimicrobial sleeping surface, ideal for long-term survival in damp forest conditions.
A shallow drainage trench diverts surface runoff away from the foundation, preventing moisture infiltration into the sleeping.
The carved wooden latch secures the entrance, providing a psychological and physical barrier against the cold forest.
These lashings must be tight enough to prevent shifting, yet flexible enough to accommodate natural timber expansion. Planning the interior layout ensures that every square centimeter of the limited space is used effectively for. The steep pitch of the A-frame roof prevents excessive snow accumulation, protecting the shelter from structural collapse.
Charring the ends of the posts creates a protective carbon layer, extending the life of the wood foundations.
Pine resin can be melted and mixed with charcoal to create a powerful adhesive for sealing structural.
Site selection must account for proximity to resources, minimizing energy expenditure during the long-term survival and habitation. Mastering these primitive architectural skills fosters a profound sense of independence and connection to the natural mountain. The low-profile design minimizes wind resistance, ensuring the shelter remains stable during the most severe mountain storms.
This cozy shelter in the hollow stands as a testament to the enduring power of primitive building techniques.